Well, first day I got kicked out.
My agent called and said, "Hey, Cubs just selected you." I was like, "Yeah, I just saw it." So we used to have to look on the internet.
Yeah. We never seen a paper nail. I didn't know if it was nails in it or not.
Got me chills with that. Wow. What?
Did you even think you were going to make the team?
No.
Jersey doesn't really fit me. There's no name on my jersey.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Dan Hoard. Welcome to the Let's Rain podcast presented by Cincy Light, Cincinnati's light beer. The football season is rolling for the Bearcats, competing to try to get to the Big 12 championship game, and the basketball season is about to begin. We're combining the two things on this edition of the pod. For football, I'm going to visit with wide receiver Cyrus Allen. He is among the national leaders in touchdown catches so far this year. And for basketball, I'm going to catch up with Katrina Merriweather. She gets set to begin her third year as the head coach at her alma mater. This podcast comes to you from the LLH Healthcare Studio. And don't forget to rate, subscribe, and like. Before we get into my conversation, we remind you to stay in the game with University of Cincinnati Online. Expert faculty, driven peers, and flexible programs helping you build your future without putting life on hold. Become part of the Bearcat legacy at online.uc.edu. It's the start of year 3 for Katrina Merriweather as the head coach at her alma mater. Before I get to this year's team, I want to talk about one of your former teammates, KB Sharp, who recently was inducted into the UC Athletics Hall of Fame. What did it mean to KB's former teammates to see her go in?
We were incredibly proud, and we knew she deserved it the whole time. When you play with KB, you are getting a tough, hard-nosed, 40 minutes a game, never let up type of point guard. And some people don't know she didn't start there. We were in her first year, we were running plays to her, set plays, quick hitters, because she could shoot, she could drive it, she could do all these things. And then I think she evolved into our point guard. And just someone that could affect the ball on both ends. And it's incredible to have been her teammate, to witness it, because you wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it with your own two eyes.
She went on to have great success in the WNBA and played abroad. How important is it to celebrate the greats that have come through the UC women's basketball program as part of the Hall of Fame and in other ways?
It's our history and it's our tradition. I think that we are a new name in this Power 4, Power 5 space. So for people to know that there have been great teams and great players, I think is really important. It helps in recruiting, because people know, they may not remember KB Sharp, and when we start talking about her and they come to campus and they see her picture, up on our all-time leader wall, or they know that she's been inducted into the Hall of Fame along with Doris Scott, along with some other players. I think it speaks to the history of our program. So again, even though we're new on this scene to some degree, we've had great teams and great players, years ago.
All right, let's talk about your first 2 years as the head coach at UC. You've increased the win total. You had a winning record last year. How do you feel about the progress that the program has made in your first 2 seasons?
I think it's going how we planned. We didn't intentionally come in here and do a lot of quick things that would have maybe, potentially, because you never know, given us more success quicker, right? We went through the youth. We went through the implementing a new system. We went through on both ends, like defensively and offensively. And I think that we figured out that this was how we could build it and keep it sustainable, how we could have a strong foundation instead of a shaky one or a rocky one that then wouldn't allow us to have success in an upward trajectory. So we're proud of it. I think everyone's eager for the next step, especially my teammates and coaches. Let's make that clear. And I think that what we did with this recruiting class and the retention from last year's roster, I do think we're taking another step forward.
You did lose an all-league player from last year's team, Jillian Hayes, who had a tremendous career at Cincinnati. How will Jillian be missed?
Oh, incredibly. We're fortunate that she's still present. She comes around. She practiced with us this summer. She was at alumni homecoming, so she was at our alumni event. It's her leadership. It's her experience. It's just her presence. Jill walks into a room and everybody knows that she's in the room. It's the same when she's on the court. You talk to opposing coaches and they game plan for her. I do enjoy having a little bit of mystery. Right. The problem is that it's a mystery for me too. But you don't replace players like her or Tanea Hilton with one player, especially when they're, again, that talented. They've had that much of an impact. So we had to be very intentional about the type of team that we put together. And we've told this team, every single one of you needs every single one of you. And I think that's where we're a little different than last year and the year before having Jill.
You brought in the highest ranked recruiting class in school history, ranked as high as number 7 in the country. And this is a class built on freshmen. So many schools around the country are saying we want to be old and stay old, but you have embraced the idea, kind of the traditional idea of getting a great freshman class and trying to build with this group going forward.
We're so fortunate with this 25 class. They are great kids and we think they're really talented, but they have tremendous support systems. And I think that if I could categorize that group into one thing, it would be their parents and their support system. They show up. We still talk regularly, even though their kids are signed here and on campus. They help give insight to some of the struggles of being away from home for the first time. I'm able to prepare and be proactive about some of the things, right? About having so many freshmen in a space where we've got 5 returners, 8 total newcomers. I just really enjoy being around them. Do they do freshman things? Absolutely. Is it magnified because there's 6 of them? Absolutely. But they love basketball and they have great chemistry with each other. We don't have any unnecessary competitiveness. It's all in good nature and fun. You then watch them on TikTok afterwards, or they take pictures of eating dinner at Reagan's house, you name it. And I just really enjoy where we are. And again, I know it comes with bumps and bruises. I know it comes with a lot of things, but it's my job to get ahead of this as quickly and as best as we can.
The highest ranked recruit is Dee Alexander, the McDonald's All-American, 3-time Ms. Basketball in the state of Ohio. And unfortunately, she's going to miss the first half of the season due to injury. How does that impact the team on and off the court?
Heavily. I say it as many times as people will listen. She's so incredibly likable. So the team enjoys her. She doesn't have what maybe some people would assume because of her accolades and her background, that she maybe lacks humility. She's literally the most humble person that you can imagine that has a resume like hers. Every time that she was in practice, right, because she's had a rocky start and she hasn't been quiet about that. She wants people to know, like, this did not go the way that I thought it was going to. But every time she was in practice, we were better. Every time we were in practice, it gave us a bruiser, somebody who was aggressive and tough and rebounding and taking charges. And it's part of the reason why she got hurt. She plays like a wrecking ball, hard and fast and tough and gritty. And so sometimes we have to work on that, right? And we will as she comes back. But I would rather have to turn her down than figure out how to motivate her in a different space. And off the floor, they're still together. She was just 2 days out of surgery. She was at practice. So I don't know that it affects them as much off the court because they're still hanging out and watching Love Island and cooking and hanging out.
That's the TV choice these days.
Apparently. I've never seen it.
So Dee is not the only top 100 recruit in this class.
Mm-hmm.
Kalia DeVillisi, I hope I have that name properly pronounced,
You do.
is also part of this class. Tell us about a freshman point guard who's expected to run the show right away.
Yeah, same thing. Grace and mercy, and not so much from me or our staff, or herself. She has such high expectations. She plays to such an incredible standard. Again, another one that comes from a great family, who's supportive but also hard on her. We talked a lot about what the responsibility was going to be. It's one of the reasons she decided to come, so that her and Dee can go through this fire together as freshmen. Believe that the upperclassmen would be and provide enough leadership that they would have some room to grow, but that the ball would be in her hands the majority of the time. And from every situation we've been in, scrimmage, inter-squad, exhibition, she has showed up and she showed out, and it's good to see. But I fully anticipate people are going to game plan against her, try to keep the ball out of her hands. They're going to trap her. They're going to do all these things. And we've been working on that since the summer.
Give us a thumbnail sketch on the other 4 freshmen that you brought in this year.
Yeah, I think we got good offense out of Paige Whitted and Joya Crawford. Joya, to me, is the best offensive player to come out of Tennessee in 25. I mean, in the 15 points she put up in the exhibition shows all the levels that she can score and the range she has in her 3. Callie Baird, who is out right now, incredibly versatile, that we're going to see when she does come back, play between the 1 and the 4. She's a big point guard. She can make shots. She can rebound. And then Kylie Torrance, who we got last, is definitely not least. She started the game for us in our exhibition, and I anticipate that she'll hold on to that position. High energy on both ends, rebounding, driving. It has a very, very pretty turnaround jump shot that's going to make people wow.
You do have key returning players back. I'm sure that you're counting on them for leadership. Tell us about Reagan Jackson and Destiny Thomas and what they mean in those areas.
Reagan Jackson was just waiting for her turn. I think she had leadership ability as a freshman. She just respects her upperclassmen and understands deference, which is very rare in 2025. But she stepped right in the minute that the seniors graduated. She knew that it was up to her to not just continue to push us forward on the floor, but our culture forward. When I think about Reagan, I just hear Bearcat. She's tough. She's gritty. She's competitive. She wants to win. She does everything she can to prepare herself to compete. And so she's just dangerously disciplined in all these areas. So her for sure. Destiny Thomas, who has been with us since the previous institution, just knows everything. Like, she knows me well. She knows the system well. She's a very calm presence. She mentors our post players, like all the things. Ramaya has had an incredible summer and fall where her growth has been incredible. Can't wait to continue to watch her on the floor. She's taken huge steps forward. Delaney is giving us depth in that 5 spot along with Alliance. I think the two of them, the goal is to put together 40 minutes in that spot, and you add Mary out of the portal, of course, and then Maya on the perimeter, and then that would be our 5 returners and our 2 portal kids.
I'm intrigued by Maya because she averaged more than 15 points a game. It looks like she adds a long-range threat to your team offensively.
And it helps Reagan. You know, I think in the last couple of years, the only person you could designate as a consistent 3-point shooter would be Reagan. Well, it allowed people just to flock to her, to not allow her to get shots up, and she was rarely open. Add a point guard like Kalia and also Joya, who can handle it and get the ball up the floor fast. Now Reagan's game changes. You add Maya Perry to that. Now you've got 2 options out there at the same time. So now when teams zone us like they did a year ago, I think it just looks different. Instead of trying to pound that ball in a Jill, which can be really tough if when she catches it, 2 people are on her all the time. We now have a way to open the lane up, and I'm excited to see that manifest in our games.
The team took a 7-day trip to Italy.
Yeah.
What'd you get out of it in terms of basketball and bonding?
Yeah. Basketball, I think the benefit was all for me because I got a chance to play with lineups. I got a chance to see players in multiple positions. Just gave me a little bit of insight, right, into what it was that we would be able to do. I'm a big believer in you can have your system as a coach, but you also have to be willing to morph and pivot based on your personnel. So that is what the advantage was for us and the 10-day practice that you get when you play internationally. Off the floor, it was just fun. It was fun to watch them hang out, dance, jump in pools, go see the Coliseum, make pizza together, just watch the groups, different groups every time. Always going to get gelato, though, but different groups. So to me, and I think they would also agree with this sentiment that it was a perfect opportunity with our 8 newcomers and 5 returners to get ahead of the game in terms of being isolated and spending time together and getting to know each other.
It's year 3 in a really difficult conference. What have been the biggest lessons learned from 2 years in the Big 12?
Yeah, it's just the diversity of the league. You know, I think that different leagues have reputations for what their main thing is, and I don't believe the Big 12 has that. I think that you've got people who recruit very, very skilled players, some that recruit very, very athletic players, some that find a balance of the two, some that like being really tall and big, and then some who like being small and athletic. It's just interesting, like game planning. It's really tough to find something where you have 2 games in a row and you say, hey, if we work on this, we can run this on Wednesday and Saturday. It's really, really tough. And I love it. I love being stretched. The coaches are amazing. They're tenured. I'm pretty confident I'm one of the 3 youngest in terms of experience in being a head coach. And my staff, we embrace it, but it's tough for that very reason. But this league is underrated. I don't know that people really understand the difficulty in not having necessarily, outside of being competitive and tough and the things that we embrace, all of us embrace, just from an X and O standpoint, just how diverse it is.
It's like Raiders. Many different flavors.
Many different flavors.
So final thing, the season's about to begin. I think there's a lot of buzz that's been generated for your program, largely due to the recruiting class, which is a great thing. What do you want fans to see when your team takes the court at home soon?
I want to see representation of what it means to be a Bearcat. I want to see us diving for 50-50 balls. I want to see us hitting the boards hard. I want to see us running and sharing the ball. I want to see them to see a blend of old school ball and then where we're headed, and we're evolving into an exciting, high-scoring, 3-point shooting, great passing. I want the combination of the two. I don't want to sacrifice the getting to the free throw line, rebounding, defending for the other. I want them to mesh and marry each other so that when people come, no matter what you like, you feel like you can get that from the Bearcats.
Looking forward to it. Appreciate your time. Best of luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Before we get into my conversation with Cyrus, here's a reminder that the University of Cincinnati Online gives you the triple option: flexibility, connection, and impact. Balance life and learning while working with instructors, peers, and professionals who help you level up. Discover your Bearcat path today at online.uc.edu. Cyrus, you're the team leader in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Has this decision to come to Cincinnati worked out even better than you dreamed it would?
Yeah, definitely. Like I had it in my heart that I was coming here, but I was kind of like a little nervous about going this far, so I was kind of comfortable at home. But it's like Salisbury and Coach BJ and them, they was like the love that they showed, like, and the stuff they told me that they was going to do for me, so I couldn't like pass up on the opportunity for real.
Brendan Sorsby played a role in convincing you to come here, including a critical phone call from a Chick-fil-A, from what I understand. Describe that process of your quarterback trying to get you to come to Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was kind of like just flip-flopping a lot. I'm like, I won't come. But, like, man, Sorsby almost talked like every day. So, like, he was like, you coming here. Like, he was demanding me at that point. He was like, you coming here, you ain't going nowhere else. Like, I told you, like, and I kind of felt like I've been knowing Sorsby. Like, on the visit, I feel like this was my best friend. So I was like, I sat down, I thought about it. I'm like, I'm going to just come. And they got me up here quick as possible. So
the first time I asked Brendan about you, he said the following, quote, Cyrus has never been covered. He always comes over to me and makes sure that I know he's always open. Was your quarterback exaggerating, or is that?
Nah, he definitely right about that. I'll be telling them, like, so, like, if you need somebody, I'm here for you. Like, every time I try to make it my thing to get open, be the quarterback first read for real. So that's kind of something I'm big on, like getting open. So
what do you like and respect about him?
I like his leadership and the love that he had for the game. Like, when we was working out in the summer, I saw a different edge from Sorsby. Like, I could see it in his eyes. Like, every day he like, come on, we need to do this. Like, he even pushing me. So I'm like, I got to help this guy. So
I want to go back a couple of weeks. You scored 3 touchdowns in the Oklahoma State game. It's the first time in your college career you've scored 3 in a game. Describe the feeling of running into the end zone, late second quarter, and holding up 3 fingers on the road to the crowd to indicate I got a hat trick before halftime.
Oh, that was crazy. That feeling, it felt like a movie. It felt like everything was like happening slow for. I didn't even know I had 3 till I'm starting to count. Like I actually counted the first time. I'm like, that's one. I had a feeling. And Sosby said something like pregame. He was like, I don't want to throw the ball to you, like, because it feel like a special moment. And I guess he was right.
The third play of that game, I believe, Brendan throws you a backward pass, and you take off for a gain of about 3 yards. But I think you were getting ready to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Was that the case?
Yeah, I was getting ready to throw the ball to Royer. Like, we had put in the little scheme. I was going to throw him a touchdown, but I guess they was ready for it. So that was it.
Did the play work in practice?
Yeah, it definitely worked in practice. A lot, like probably 3 times. So,
what kind of experience do you have throwing a ball?
I have a good experience. I'm pretty. I think I'm kind of good at everything. So it ain't. I don't feel like it's nothing that I could do. Like my coach would be like, "Dan, you can actually throw." I'm like, "I know." So it's like that type of feeling for real.
So the play went toward the left sideline. Are you a lefty? Were you going to throw
I was
left,
throwing it to the left.
Twist your body and throw right.
Yeah, I twist my body and throw it right. So.
All right. Well, we know that it's out there, and I hope to see it at some point down the road.
Gotcha.
You're from New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
The home of Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham Jr., Reggie Wayne, C.D. Lamb before his family had
Justin Jefferson also.
Justin Jefferson. Yep. So it's this incredible legacy of wide receivers. Is that a thing for you and other guys that are from there?
Yeah, I think the type of energy we bring, like from Louisiana, is kind of different. Like we take it very serious. Like the circumstances back home ain't pretty good, so I think we kind of take it more serious than any other like state. So I feel like that's one of the main rules. So
I've been told that Odell Beckham Jr. is your guy.
Yeah, that's my favorite receiver, of all time.
Yeah, why?
The swagger that he bring, the swag. I like his swag. He battled injuries like me, so we have a lot of like similar things that goes on, and like it just the amount of fun that he have to the game, and like the amount of people that love him for real. So.
Is his one-handed catch back in his Giants days the greatest catch in football history?
Of all time. Of all time. They don't say Randy Moss no more. Now people just say Odell now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's good.
No doubt. All right. You are one of 5 transfer wide receivers on the roster this year, and you guys are all doing well. Everybody's having a significant impact. So I'm going to name off the other 4.
Yes, sir.
And I just want you to share some thoughts about them as a receiver and also as a friend and teammate, starting with Jeff Caldwell.
That guy's a freak athlete. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, I never seen somebody that tall, and like how special he is, and like his work ethic, and the way that like he have that body control at that height is crazy. I've never seen nothing like that before.
And how about as a person?
Yeah, he a good person for sure. He got big words. He very smart. That's one thing I could say. Like his knowledge is very smart. So
Caleb Goody.
That's my dog right there. That's my guy. He from Louisiana too. He kind of a little chill. He don't really say too much, but when he do, like he smile all day. So he a good person overall. That's my guy. We talk a lot outside of football and stuff, and he pretty fast too.
Yes, he is. Who's faster?
Me. It's on the catapults. It say me. So
well, there you go. The data doesn't lie. Noah Jennings.
Oh, Noah different. I don't think I only see Noah drop like the first pass of practice. Like I don't know he do it. I don't know if he's starting to do it on purpose now, just to get the little rush off. But other than that, he catches everything. Like he very reliable receiver, so he catches everything.
And his personality?
He chill. He don't really say too much. Yeah. He really just likes to chill.
So now let me go back. He typically drops the first catch in practice. That's just like a routine.
That's just like his thing, I guess.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, I think he just kind of like, let me get it out the way. So
yeah. So if I drop the first one in practice, then
he ain't missing no more. Yeah, he ain't missing no more.
Yeah. That seems to work for him. Isaiah Johnson.
Isaiah gonna be special. I feel like I helped him a lot, like with just knowing the game and stuff. Like he asked me a lot of things. And like I come from a small school too, so like how great he won't be is like significant. So I try to help him in DA in every situation like possible for real. So he's gonna be special.
I interviewed Isaiah this week, and he did bring up your mentorship. So he's definitely taking a lot from you in your game. He's so electric once the ball is in his hands. I mean, all of you guys are fast, but there's something about his wiggle or something that is really hard for people to tackle.
Yeah, I guess like by him just like being ready. Like, he be ready every time. Like, that's good for us, like, because we be needing that. So it's like he ready every time. And I tell him, like, just stay ready every time. Like, he be like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. And, like, he shows it every week.
You started your college career at Louisiana Tech, then spent a year at Texas A&M. Now you're at Cincinnati. I'm sure there were great things about those other schools that you liked. But what's different about UC? What do you like here?
I could start with the coaching staff. Like the coaches, they so great to me, like, outside of football, not just, like, in football, for especially, like, Coach Nico and Coach Satterfield. They talk to you outside of football. They care about you as a person, for real. So that's one of the biggest things that I see that's, like, different from all the schools that I went to. It's not just about football. So
what has Nico done for you?
Man, he helped me build my body, helped me get stronger, faster, like, and his attention to detail on me as a person. Like, every day he tell me, like, you need to do this for success. You need to do this for success. So, like, I love Coach Nico.
This is a question for me because I also broadcast Cincinnati Bengals games. You were teammates with Shamar Stewart last year.
Yeah.
What do you think of him and his ceiling?
His ceiling, like, I already knew, like, I guess I kind of, like, caught a sweep at practice or something. Like, he was, like, right there by me. I'm like, dang, he pretty fast. Like the stuff that he do at practice is just outrageous. Like, we all knew that. Like, he didn't need to really do too much. Like, I guess he was just having, like, trouble getting to the quarterback because we had other great guys too. So, but his ceiling from them is, like, very different. His ceiling, like us, he could jump a 40-inch vertic. He could run fast. Like, he's like a receiver out there. So it's kind of crazy.
A genetic freak.
Yeah. I always call him Xavier Clowney every time I see him. Like, every time I be like, you Clowney, bro. Like, he amazing.
All right. I mentioned where you started your college career. Your very first game, 5 catches for 121 yards. When you do that in your college debut, does your mind say, this is not difficult? I mean, why are people telling me that college football is hard?
Yeah, I guess it started with, like, my practice habits and, like, from my receiver coach and the guys that I was playing with over there. I kind of just had to be ready. So, and, like, the amount of pouring that Coach Brown poured into me as a freshman, like, I also, like, after that game, I started as a freshman. So, like, and they kind of knew, but they didn't want to put me in too early. But I was just ready. I'm like, I'm going to show them when I get in. And the first play I scored, then the next drive, I caught a couple of catches, and it was on from there.
This team's having a great season. And going back to spring football, everybody outwardly talked about the goal of getting to Dallas and playing for the Big 12 championship. Does that get more realistic in your mind with every win?
Yeah, it do, but I ain't trying to worry about the long-term goal. I'm more focused on now, for right now, like, just taking every game at a time, and eventually we'll get there. So that's my biggest thing. I don't want to look too far ahead. So
yeah, it's wise. You win every week.
Yeah, right? Just win every week.
This may be a stupid question, but just based on being around you guys, it seems like the team chemistry is about as good as I've seen. Why is that the case? I
feel like everybody got something to prove on the team, like, from every position. Like, we got a lot of new guys. Like, they left their school. They probably didn't go too good for them. And, like, me, most definitely, I feel like I always been, like, the underrated guy, like, the sleeper, for real. And that kind of, like, just motivate me to go hard every week. And I kind of like being the underdog and the sleeper because, like, every time I get a moment to show out, I show out. So I feel like in that, like, I just want to be great in the whole team.
How much fun are you having?
I'm having a lot of fun. This the most fun. There's no stress. I'm stress free. I come to work ready. Practice go good. The game go good. Like, we winning. I have nothing to say at all.
You're putting on a heck of a show.
Yes, sir.
Keep it up. Best of luck the rest of the season, and thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate you.